Trump's Gaza plan, a colonial fantasy disguised as peace. Peace plan written in chains. Donald Trump's newly unveiled 20-point Gaza peace plan is being hailed by Benjamin Netanyahu and paraded by the White House as a historic breakthrough. Yet when stripped of its diplomatic polish, it reads less like a roadmap to peace and more like a colonial charter. Trump's proposal denies Palestinian sovereignty, places Gaza under foreign trusteeship, and arrogantly installs Trump himself as the overseer of its reconstruction. It promises Palestinians bread but no freedom, aid but no independence, and development without dignity. This is not peace. This is the management of an occupied people. 1. Starting with criminalization. The very first clause brands Gaza a radical terror zone that must be de-radicalized. This language criminalizes the Palestinian population as a whole. Any voice demanding freedom or resistance to occupation is written off as terror. Peace cannot be built on such collective demonization. 2. The false gift of development. Billions in redevelopment are promised, but always under foreign management. Gaza would not rebuild itself, it would be rebuilt by Trump's Board of Peace, chaired by Trump himself and featuring the ghost of Tony Blair, whose disastrous legacy in Iraq should disqualify him from any moral role in the Middle East. This is not reconstruction. It is colonial trusteeship. 3. Hostages and prisoners reduced to numbers. The plan reduces human beings to bargaining chips. 250 Palestinian prisoners for each Israeli hostage, 15 Palestinian bodies for every Israeli body returned. This grotesque arithmetic reflects not justice, but a cold transaction between occupier and occupied. 4. Disarmament without security. The proposal demands Palestinians dismantle all means of armed resistance while Israel retains overwhelming military superiority, including nuclear weapons. Palestinians are expected to prove their peacefulness by disarming, while their occupier keeps its arsenal untouched. This is not disarmament, it is enforced vulnerability. 5. An occupation in new clothes. A multinational international stabilization force would police Gaza, working alongside Israel and Egypt to control borders. Gaza would not govern itself, it would be surveilled by outsiders. This is occupation under another name. 6. Statehood deferred, again. The plan dangles statehood as a vague promise someday, but only if Palestinians obey every condition imposed by Washington, Tel Aviv, and foreign monitors. This is the same deceit Palestinians have endured for decades. Wait, comply, surrender, then maybe you will be allowed to exist. 7. The erasure of Palestine. Most tellingly, the word Palestine barely appears. Gaza is described as a zone, never as part of a sovereign nation. Palestinians are treated as a population to be administered, not as a people entitled to independence. The right that cannot be negotiated. Palestinians do not need Donald Trump's charity. They do not need foreign boards, international forces, or billionaire investment schemes. They need the one thing that is theirs by right: sovereignty. Full control of their land, air, and sea. The right to self-determination and governance. The right to resist foreign occupation as enshrined in international law. Justice for the decades of dispossession and apartheid inflicted upon them. Anything less is not peace, it is permanent submission. A colonial document masquerading as peace. Trump's plan is a recycled colonial document dressed up with the language of humanitarianism. It offers Palestinians a future where they may eat but not vote, rebuild but not rule, and live but never be free. True peace will never come from those who profit from war or from occupiers who dictate the terms of survival. True peace begins with 3 non-negotiable steps. End the occupation. Lift the siege. Recognize Palestine as a free, sovereign state. Until then, every so-called peace plan is nothing more than another attempt to bury Palestinian aspirations under concrete, checkpoints, and foreign rule. Headline takeaway. Trump's peace plan is not a roadmap to freedom. It is a roadmap to Palestinian erasure.